Listen, sis, there's a really simple reason to why relationships fail. And I'm going to give you my S.O.S theory of failed relationships. It is going to simplify and help you understand how to create relationships that last in a really practical and direct way. So S.O.S stands for survival or settling. And the large population of humans choose their relationship partners from a position of survival or from a position of settling, right? Earlier on in life, folks are choosing to be in partnership and in relationship more and more out of survival, especially now because eggs are $97.32, because bills are high, because there's so much stress in the world and you kind of just want someone to be like a support animal to you, right? We are choosing people as a mechanism to just survive life, to just survive the economy, to just survive within a space that feels conducive to somewhat of healthy mental space and mental awareness. And if you're doing that, that means that you're not choosing from joy. You're not choosing from pleasure. You're not choosing from your own actual emotional needs, but it simply is about survival. And anything you choose from survival is being chosen from a place of lack, is being chosen from a place of desperation. And that lack and that desperation is what your relationship is going to be built on. And that is what will cause the breakdowns that lead to the relationship failing and not lasting. Okay? And the other aspect of the S.O.S relationship theory is settling. This often happens later in life, in the second half of life, where you settle for someone because you have been in relationships that didn't work, because you have learned or you have created these belief systems that men are not honest, men are not monogamous, men are not committing, that you are not valuable, that you are not worthy. And just not to be alone, you settle into the relationship space. You settle into this partner pattern because it's just easier or better than being alone, and it's easier to you and feels better than actually opening your heart and finding someone who brings you joy and brings you passion in the relationship that you want to be in. And as a relationship coach for Black women and women of color for almost a decade, or a little bit over a decade at this point, I find that it is either survival or settling that leads to all of the breakdowns in the relationships that my clients are in. Sometimes they have no awareness of the choice that they made. Other times they have some level of unconscious awareness, but we have to really dive in deep so that they can get the clarity that they need. But once you stop making your relationship choices from a place of survival or from a place of settling, and you begin to make them from your standards, your boundaries, your commitment to yourself, wanting to choose your joy and your pleasure, you will then have the power and the ability to create relationships that last a lifetime and that feel good in the process. If you need help with this or want to learn more, tap the link in my bio and book a complimentary call with me.